The brutal rape and murder of a second-year postgraduate student at the RG Kaur Medical College and Hospital has led to nationwide outrage and concern over safety at the workplace for doctors, safety at the workplace for women, and the incident, as you know, took place in this emergency building on the third floor in a seminar room. But what has happened is, amidst that genuine outrage and outpouring of support for the victim, and also the anger that people have felt over something like this, social media is rife with misinformation, and certain elements of that misinformation have been pointed out by the Kolkata police in a press conference. This also, they say, this misinformation is being used to fan flames and create a wrong perception. Now, we will discuss point by point what has happened here and how this incident has also led to a lot of misinformation on social media. The first thing is that amongst what has gone wrong in the reportage and coverage of this case, especially on the several social media handles, is the revelation of the name of the victim. This many handles have done and many Instagram posts have done, and this is something that's completely against the Supreme Court guidelines on sexual harassment cases. The Supreme Court makes it amply clear that you cannot name the victim, but there has been attempts to even willfully violate those Supreme Court guidelines. But let's look at some of the things that have been part of the social media narratives on this case, but have been contested on record by the police. The first thing is fractures on the body. Now, the post-mortem, which was performed in front of a magistrate and videographed, doesn't mention fractures. Social media posts have been rife, saying things about a pelvic girdle broken, etc., etc. The police have denied this on record vehemently and said that it is untrue and it's misinformation. What is the second point? The second point is unnatural death. Now, this, of course, to some extent, has also been raised by the Kolkata High Court. And what has the Kolkata High Court said on the unnatural death case? The Kolkata High Court has pulled up the hospital administration for not registering a complaint with the police. They have said this is a serious lapse, and this gave rise to suspicion. This is specifically mentioned in the Kolkata High Court order, in which it handed over the probe to the CBI. But what have the police said on this? The police say that in the absence of a complaint, now we already know for a fact that the hospital administration didn't register a complaint. In the absence of a complaint, the police still have to start an investigation. They cannot waste time and lose time because there's no complaint. So what have they done? They have registered an unnatural death case, and on the basis of that unnatural death case, the investigation has proceeded with things like an inquest and post-mortem. And then, of course, when the family's complaint came and the post-mortem also confirmed rape and murder, they added sections of rape and murder in this case. But the police are very clear on why they registered an unnatural death case, and they say that unnatural death cases can turn into murder investigations upon receipt of complaint or post-mortem results. Unnatural death cases include suicide, murder, accident, animal attacks, etc. And this is very clearly mentioned in 174 CRPC and the corresponding section of the BNS, which is the new criminal law. And of course, unnatural death cases are simply legal tools or procedure to start an investigation in the absence of a complaint. And the Kolkata Police Commissioner also came on record to say UD case is a natural process, murder is an unnatural death. When there is immediately no complaint, you have to do an inquest. An inquest is preceded by a UD case. So I don't see why it is being said that registering a UD case, we wanted to hush up the matter and make it look like a suicide. The Kolkata Police Commissioner has clarified this on record. Fact check 3. 150 mg of semen found, thereby suggesting gang rape. This is, of course, again based on the petition that the family members filed in the Kolkata High Court. And what have the police said? The police commissioner, Vineet Goyal, in a press conference said that somebody said 150 gram semen is found. I don't know where they found this kind of information, and it's circulating in media in all kind of forms. People are tempted to believe it, and it is confusing people, causing confusion. There is a new investigative agency, the CBI, and we have handed over anything and everything we had. Our officers are cooperating. So if it's a new investigating agency, I think we all need to have faith in somebody. That's the police commissioner. So he's of course denying this report about this 150 gram semen. Then of course there is another fact check that is related with this case, which is a social media post naming some of the young doctors' co-workers as suspects, while sources say the parents have listed some suspects with the CBI, and this has been reported in several news outlets as well. There is of course no official confirmation from the CBI, but sources have confirmed that yes, the parents have named some co-workers whom they believe could be involved. But what was the fake narrative on social media? That some bigwigs are involved, and that this person is the son of a politician, and but in fact the police say the name that's being peddled on social media is actually the son of a teacher from Bakura and not a politician. And this of course they say this is also another fake related post that is going viral on several social media platforms, including Twitter and Instagram. Now the police say that they haven't named any other suspects because they don't have evidence to name any other suspects, and they say that if the CBI uncovers more evidence in their investigation, they say they had a list of people to question. They still had to question a lot of people. They had hoped to do it by Sunday, but before that the case was transferred to the CBI. So they said that it is possible that obviously this is an ongoing investigation, but without evidence they cannot name young doctors or interns or co-workers as accused, and this is something they say is being done on social media. So these are the issues that have gone viral on social media. Some of it has been fact checked by the police, and this also is a fact check report from the RG Medical College and Hospital, where a gruesome, heinous crime took place. The anger is justified, the outrage is justified. People are coming out on the streets protesting like they should when something like this takes place. It is all for the benefit of the women's community and also the medical community, but the misinformation has to be flagged, and that's what the police are also doing. With camera person Aniruddha Tripathi at the RG Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.